look back at Tuesday's news and results. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies went up against the Marlins in Miami, and it was the Marlins who came out on top 6-1. Nathan Eovaldi was dominant on the mound, collecting 14 strikeouts and earning the victory. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. As of today, the Marlins are atop the National League East division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Arizona Diamondbacks were in D.C. to take on the Nationals, and the game went to extras with the visiting Nationals coming away with the win. The final score was 3-2. Drew Storen earned his 7th W in relief so far this season. At the moment, the Nationals sit in 4th place in the National League East division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West. They're 15.5 games out of first. The Brew Crew took on the Mets in Flushing, New York, and it was the Mets who came out on top. The final was 2-0. John Neese gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. Right now, the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Brewers are in 1st place in the NL Central. They have a small half-game advantage. The Atlanta Braves paid visit to the Reds at Great American Ballpark, and the Reds grabbed the victory. The score was 3-1. Tony Cingrani was impressive on the bump, earning his 12th victory of the season in the process. Heading into today, the Reds sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, 5.5 games back. The Braves are in 2nd place in the NL East, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. The Pirates were in Chicago to take on the Cubs, and the Pirates came away with the win. The final score was 9-1. Ryan Howard showed off his power, blasting 2 home runs and picking up 3 RBIs in the process. Garrett Cole was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. As of today, the Cubs sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Pirates are 3rd in the division. They're 3.5 games back. The Dodgers were in Denver to take on the Colorado Rockies, and the Rockies came away with the win. The final was 6-3. Jason Nix was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs. Juan Nicasio was victorious in this one, earning his 1st win. At the moment, the Rockies are in 2nd place in the NL West, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. The Dodgers are atop the division. They are enjoying a comfortable 6.5 game cushion. The St. Louis Cardinals paid visit to the Trop to do battle with the Rays, and it was the Cardinals who collected the W, the final 4-3. Alan Craig led the charge offensively with 3 RBIs in the contest. George Kontos pitched well enough to earn his 1st victory of the year. Looking at the standings, the Rays are leading the AL East, 3.5 games ahead of second. The Cardinals are in 2nd place in the NL Central, only a half game back. The Toronto Blue Jays paid visit to Charm City to take on the O's, and the Blue Jays came away with the win in extra innings, the final 5-3. Darren O'Day earned his 7th W in relief so far this season. Right now, the Orioles sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Blue Jays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Tigers paid visit to the rock and roll capital of the world to match up against the Indians. The Indians came away with the win. The final was 8-4. Jason Kipnis was clutch at the plate as he picked up 3 RBIs. He is currently in the top 5 in the American League in slugging percentage. As of today, the Indians are leading the American League Central, 3.5 games ahead of second. The Tigers are 3rd in the division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Angels paid visit to the Twins at Target Field in Minneapolis. The Angels came away with the win. The score was 7-5. J.B. Shuck turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. He currently has the most hits in the American League. Heading into today, the Twins sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Angels are in 3rd place in the AL West. They're 18.5 games out of first. The Texas Rangers paid visit to the East Bay to do battle with the Athletics, and it was the Athletics who came out on top, the final 4-3. At the moment, the A's are in 2nd place in the AL West, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. The Rangers are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.